What is up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Show and Tell After Dark, where we talk about all things art, all things music, all things Boston. Today is a very, very, very special episode. Not only because it's my first day back, but we have something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, which is interview Shane.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
How the kids?
But also, I want to kind of look at show and tell from the lens of the viewers and ask questions that I think you guys would want to know about the show. So, let's start. You ready?
Let's do this. You've been asking me to do this for the past
Like a year.
8, 9, 10 months. Yo, so this is like you manifested this idea like a long time ago,
I know.
and to see it come together is it's cool.
I don't know. That's how life seems to happen. Working with like-minded creatives.
Yeah,
Your life can't help but to like manifest certain things, or specifically the things that you want. So this is that.
Okay.
So let's start. Oh my, I got my notes. How excited are you to just be answering some of these questions?
Yo, this is just crazy to be on this side of the camera.
I know.
And like, I definitely want to see everybody after this come on and really give their side of their story. So it's gonna be
Right.
cool tonight. I like this.
Okay, cool. So let's start with the basics. Like, who is Shane? Let me ask you this: Who is Shane? Who is Shane Fateau? And who is Shaney Poo?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shit. Tata, shut up. Yo, Shane is the person that like I feel like y'all know.
Yeah.
Y'all see that person every day. Like some of y'all here know me for like a decade. Some of y'all know me for like a little bit less.
Yeah.
So like that's like the same person that y'all see, that y'all know. Shaney Poo is I feel like that's the person outsiders probably know.
Yeah. Like your family type of outsiders.
Like outside of this clique, like that's who like those type of people probably know. You know what I mean? Like when you go for a job application, hey, what up, Shane Fateau? It's like, yeah, that's who you know. Okay, cool. I took a shower for you too. So
Right. Right.
And Shaney Poo, I've always said this. Shaney Poo is like that's my inner child, and like I've always had this belief that like an artist as an adult is a child that survived.
Ooh.
And like I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Thing. So yeah.
Interesting. And what is your relationship with the podcast?
My relationship to this podcast. This ain't even a podcast.
Yeah. What is it?
Like, this ain't even a podcast.
In your definition, what is it?
I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, first I used to call this thing a podcast. I'm like, this ain't a podcast.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, you know what? This is a platform. Nah, this is more than a platform. So I'm just like, you know what? This is like a community.
Yeah.
This is like community service. And I ain't getting paid. So this is awesome. You know what I mean? It ain't about the money. It's just about like bringing folks together and just like, you know, having like a safe haven for like creative people and community members.
Yeah.
So that's how I would kind of describe it.
Yeah. People love to come here and just chill.
Yeah.
To sit in the audience.
Yeah.
To see
just
what's
vibing.
going on.
Just vibing.
What would you describe your main discipline as? Is it music? Is it producing? What is it? Is it an artist? Is it a singer? Is it a rapper? Is it a producer?
I started out as like an artist, like a visual artist.
Yeah.
I used to like just draw. I remember being a kid and like I didn't have money to like buy the toys that I wanted. So I used to draw them on paper, then cut them out, then play with them. Yo, I was like, I didn't care. I had an imagination and I was going to use it. You know what I mean? So if I couldn't afford a toy, I would draw that toy and cut it out and play with it. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was that type of guy, like as a kid. You know what I mean?
That is crazy.
Yeah. So then like when I got a little bit older, I transitioned into music.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, this is what I want to be doing like when I get older.
Yeah.
You know, everybody it's like, oh yeah, whatever. Everybody says that. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna back it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what I've done so far, I feel like I've been backing it up. You know?
Yeah.
And what's the other part of your question?
Shit, I don't even know. I have the worst memory. I think
Me
it's from
too.
eating a lot of sugar. I really do.
So basically, with like the so I identify as I would
Yes,
really
it is.
narrow it to like music
Yes.
because like
Okay, yeah, that's the question.
that's one of like my first loves, and that's what I
Yeah.
primarily do. And yeah, without music, I don't know where I would be.
Opposed to what? Like when you didn't do music, how old were you when you first started creating music or even writing or even producing or even just singing or rapping? Like how old were you when you first
My
started?
mom, like every other Haitian woman, puts you in like church choirs. So you're singing, I don't want to be here. I don't care what you want. Like,
Yeah.
just sing. You know what I mean? So, like, I would be singing every weekend, not realizing, like, I was learning. And
Yeah.
I was learning without even
Totally.
really realizing that. Learning melody, learning harmony, learning song structure as a kid.
Yep.
And then as I grew up, I started just writing music for fun. And I remember one summer I wrote like 100 songs, I think.
Wow.
I used to put it in my shoebox. Then I got into a fight with my sister, and like I got her really pissed off. So she like took all my songs and threw them all out. Yeah.
Literally.
I was so mad at her, but like we were kids,
Right.
But like so I was like, well, I guess I gotta start over, and I wrote like 100 more. It's like it's just embedded in me. I just
Yeah.
like let's go.
Right. Because
So,
those songs came from you. You know, it's not like you found them off the internet and wrote them down.
Nah,
If they came
and-
from you, you could create more.
And like I feel like every artist is kind of just like a vessel. It's a vessel for like ideas.
Yeah.
And how like much you pay attention to the ideas in your head, depends on what you create.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
We met in 2015. And when we met, it was a couple of us. It was Alond. It was Joanne, Colorwave, who actually bought the whole situation together. And
Alyssa,
Alyssa,
Tony.
Tony, your cousin, who doesn't live here.
Oh,
but
shout
he's
out
so
to
dope.
Joaquin. Shout out to Joaquin.
Yeah, he's.
When you come back with throwing you a party.
Yeah, you gotta come.
Yeah.
And you were acting at the time. You were
Yeah.
you were in a film. Mm-hmm. Do you still act?
Of course.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
a part of being a musician?
I feel like why not act?
Right,
Like,
right,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like acting is fun.
It is.
I feel like sometimes acting is more fun than music.
Yeah.
And this is like, and you get paid more than music. Like, you know what I mean? And like, they be treating you nice and stuff.
You get food.
Yeah, they be treating you
You get
nice.
food.
Just get out of there, run. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, I love acting.
Yeah.
I acted in this just recently, like 2 months ago, in this series called Love Undone. I guess it's coming out pretty soon. So I'm excited about that. But I've always found opportunities to find like acting gigs, and like music is a lot like acting.
Yes.
Not from the sense of like it's fake,
Yeah.
but like if you know anything about showmanship, you have to kind of just turn it on when you got to turn it on.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I feel like you work hard. Out of all the people that I know, because one of the big things about being in anything that you do is consistency.
Yeah.
And consistency is hard. It is hard to not necessarily do what you say that you're going to do, but to deliver it and to keep doing it.
That's very underappreciated.
Yeah, consistency. It's that one thing that if you keep doing, no matter if you're bad at it or not, it will get you to where you're going to go. Period.
And like, you're 1,000% correct about that. I remember like just being in high school, and like the hottest rapper in the world was like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, yeah.
We all went through that.
Yeah,
phase.
yeah, yeah.
And I remember like every day I would come to school, he had a new song out. I'm like, how's that even possible? So that just showed me there's different levels to work.
Yes, it is.
And like, I feel like the hardest working guy I've ever known in my life is my dad. He's the hardest working guy I know. Like, that's all it comes down to. And once you sacrifice so much of your time, your life, your energy, like everything, it's just like you have to keep going. It's like you can't stop at that point. You know what I mean?
I saw something the other day. I cannot remember exactly what it said, but it basically said like sacrifice is the price of credibility. Basically,
Ooh.
if you show your yeah, whatever you're willing to give up shows how credible you are to doing what it is that you say that you're going to do. And when you think of it like that, it's 100% true.
Yeah.
Because you always have to be, in order to, I've done what I need to do up until this point to live this life. There's something that I need to give up now in order to be the person that I want to become. What is that thing that you're willing to give up? That's the question. What have you given up in order to be the person that you are right now?
My time, my social life, my love life.
Yeah.
My so many things. And like I've learned to just take those things, take those losses and like put it in like in my music.
Yeah.
Or some way I can express it creatively. But
Yeah.
like I feel like
And that's why that is why you are where you are right now. Because the music that you make is not like music that people would like, not necessarily not like, but it's not something that you would go to like YouTube and search for. How would you describe your genre of music, or your genre of music, or your type of music, the type of music that you make?
because my sound is so diverse. Like right now, what I really like doing. So like I like to like go back to like old Haitian songs I grew up listening to,
Yeah.
old Cape Verdean songs I used to listen to, and just like draw inspiration from these type of people, these type of sounds, because I grew up with this stuff.
Right.
I also grew up big in like that dancehall scene, you know. Trust me, dancehall. But so like I kind of just fused those things that I loved as a kid, and I put it into what I do now.
Yeah.
And like for me, like honestly, I don't even see genres. I see like, let me see what you got.
Yeah.
Like, what you got? I don't care if that's a guitar, if that's a drum line. Like,
Yeah.
let me see what you got.
Right.
Like, music is music at this point to me.
I totally agree. Let me stop saying girl. Just say it. You went
What you saying? What you even saying?
you went to California a couple, what was that, like 2 months ago? What was that, 2 months ago?
California?
Yeah, you went to LA?
Yo, LA is, yeah. Shout out to LA. Shout out to all them folks out there. Y'all treated me real good. Thank you.
All them folks out there.
Yeah, y'all treated me real good.
What's the difference between the LA music scene and the Boston music scene?
Well, LA obviously guys like legends coming out of LA. Like,
Yeah.
they're all over the place. But on a smaller level, I feel like you could walk outside and run into like 7 artists. And
Like well-known artists?
no, just like people that are like really
That are
into,
doing
like,
it. Yeah.
really into,
Right.
Because there's so much going on, like so much going on, so much opportunity, and yeah, how can you not?
Why did you go in the first place?
I had a radio interview out there.
Oh, yes. You had that radio interview. Right.
I also had a performance. I performed at this dope spot. These folks out there, something dope from the family. Those people are dope, and I performed at one of their events. And just was really out there, like, doing work. I ended up going to Vegas, like, the very next day. For like a
Was
day.
it planned?
For like a day.
So unplanned.
Or, like, it was planned, like, the day before. The day I landed, I'm like, I got to go to Vegas because someone told me to come to Vegas. So I went to Vegas.
Interesting.
Then after that, I went to Mexico. Yeah, like the very next day, I went to Mexico. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, the very next day after
So you went to LA, you went to Vegas, and you went to Mexico?
nah, I landed in Vegas.
That's funny.
I landed in Vegas, didn't like Vegas. Came back. I went to some concert show that same night. The next day I went to Mexico.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Mexico was cool.
What was cool about it?
Ah, man. Like, it's a second world country, so it just looks different.
Interesting.
It just smells different.
What's the second world country? What does that mean?
Second world is like, this is first world America. So think of just a step below that.
Okay.
In
Like
terms
dirt
of just
roads
like,
and stuff?
third world is like, you might die. Third world, yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, sorry. That's third world.
Damn, I'm kind of scared to go.
But then after that, we went to a different part of Mexico. After that, we went to a different part of Mexico, and that part was like the beach, and that was just beautiful. Oh my gosh, so beautiful.
That sounds really nice.
It was nice. Really nice.
Would you rather record a song or shoot the music video to the song?
Record a song.
Interesting.
Shooting
Why?
music videos are mad rewarding and fun, but like
Yeah.
it's a lot of people you have to like
Put together and coordinate.
yeah, a lot of different pieces to the puzzle.
It is a
music
lot.
is just me. I don't need anybody for that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's true. That's
since
true.
I was like, I was telling the story the other day. This is one reason why I feel like my journey's been just like calling me to do music. Like I remember when I was like 18, 19, I was home from school, college, whatever, and I got like this summer job. It paid me really well. And I was just getting into like, yo, I want to make music type of thing.
Yeah.
So I worked 2 weeks at this job and I got fired. Okay?
Okay.
For some crazy stuff. I'm not going to say what it was. But then I had just enough money to buy my own home studio. And that's it.
Sting.
Like to the penny. Like just enough to buy me a cheap laptop and Pro Tools and a microphone.
Yeah.
Like I sucked. I didn't know what I was doing. But like I had the whole summer just to practice. Cause I had no job. I was fired.
I had no job.
It was just like it was like, wow, isn't that really like convenient?
Yeah.
So,
it is convenient.
I noticed small little things like that.
So you didn't know what you were doing when you
Never
first
poured
started
in my
music.
drink. I never
You
poured
did
it.
it.
I did it. I just opened it.
You did never pour your drink.
Right?
What are you drinking, by the way?
I'm a wine guy.
What's the name of that wine? My glasses on. Barefoot.
I ain't giving them no free sponsorship. Shout out.
What's that? Shut it up.
Shut it up. It's wine. That's all you gotta know. It's wine.
Period. I remember we talked a couple. I asked you maybe like a couple months ago. I said, how did you even begin to start making music? And you mentioned something about a dream. And you said in this dream, somebody came up to you. I hope I'm getting this right. And they said something like you being like a famous artist or like a famous musician. But basically, you had this dream. Somebody came to you about being an artist. And after that dream, like you knew that was what you were supposed to be doing.
This was my sophomore year of college. I'm living on campus.
College times.
I'm living on campus. I'm living crazy. And this girl I haven't spoke to from like my church days when I was a kid hit me up. She hit me up on the Facebook. I'm like, I haven't seen you like in 7 years.
Yes, this is the one.
Like, what you doing? Hit me up.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I just want to hit you up. I had a dream of you. And she told me that dream. Like, I seen you. You was like famous. And I was like, famous? I'm sitting here in my dorm eating like Cheetos and like garbage off the floor.
Right.
All right, cool. You know what I mean? So
right.
so that was always like in the front of my mind. And I feel like just every step I was ever taking was kind of just like leading me to like what it is right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've even told this story like X. Remember how we first met? I think I just hit you up on Facebook like, yo, you got a camera? You're like, yeah.
Just like that.
Like, yo, you want to meet up and like talk about shooting something? Yeah. Literally. And that was like 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
But like small shit like that, I noticed. It's like, wow, that was easy. Like, you know? Yeah. Good times. Yeah.
Has it been that easy since the start of it? Was it like 10 years ago? How old are you now? Oh yeah, happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you.
Fran birthday was on Monday, y'all.
Yeah.
I expect
Tuesday?
these comments to be flooded. Oh, it was Tuesday?
I think so.
It was Monday.
I don't know.
It was the 20th. Whatever day is the 20th.
Don't tell them that. Damn, I didn't know.
The 20th. So I expect these comments to be flooded with happy birthday comments for Fran. So ever since then, you said that was what, 10 years ago?
That was when I first met X.
Yeah. When
Probably
you
like
asked
10
him
years
about
ago.
his camera.
Like 10 years ago, yeah. It's about 10 years ago.
Has it been easy?
With what?
Making music, shooting music videos, the whole being in the music industry, has it been easy?
Making music is the easy part. Because, like, I don't have any, like, you know what, like, when you admire a certain artist and you
Yeah.
kind of like emulate their style, or you make like, for example, I want to make boom bap music, so you make boom bap music. There's a certain structure to go by.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like I've
Yeah.
never had a structure to follow.
Right.
So
I
whatever I make is what I make. I'm not concerned about, oh, it doesn't sound like this or something like that. I know that's the point.
agree. Yeah.
So has it been easy? Making music's the easy part.
Yeah.
It's all the other stuff that like, keeps you up at night.
Like
You know
what?
what I mean? Well, just like, as artists, we gotta learn how to take care of business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, we love creating so much, like for good reason, but like the business of music is so important.
That's right.
And just understanding that on a different level, that's been something where it's like, okay, you gotta kind of take time, put that aside, and
Yep.
know what you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you're the creator, you're the manufacturer, you're the marketer,
So
you're
many
the
hats.
everything.
So many hats.
Yeah.
And like, people just playing you. People like, oh, I'll do this for you. Swoop, your money's gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do that for you. Swoop, your money's gone, they're gone. And it's just like really learning who's real, who's not, and who's really for you, because
Right.
there's so many like weirdos out here. Yeah, so many weirdos.
How do you discern who's for you and who's not? Is there like one thing that okay, this person is for me, or if there's like one thing that?
Well, if you're
this
in the
person's
music
not me?
business, and right away, if you're asking me for money, I walk away. Why you asking me? We just met. Why you asking me for money?
Right.
Oh, I'll do this for you. It costs that much. All right, peace.
Yeah. Right.
Like, let's talk.
Right. Get to know me.
Yeah, like what's going on first, then we could talk about, whatever.
Right. How many music videos have you made?
Some of them aren't even online,
Really?
to be honest. Some of them
They're
aren't
just
even online.
archived somewhere.
Yeah, like, because you grow and you have different tastes as you get older. You're like, that ain't me no more. Let me,
Yeah.
move that or whatever. But like, at some point, we were just shooting music videos for the hell of it. Jesus feed, yo.
What's that?
That's some exclusive shit though. That's some,
the
first music video I ever shot was with X. We shot it New Year's Day or Eve, freezing sub-below temperatures in an alley somewhere in downtown Boston.
Ooh.
Like,
The commitment.
like I remember that day, and like after that we shot another one and another, and I was just like, I think music videos is like my thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like I seen ahead at some point, like just the power of YouTube.
Yeah.
Early on.
100%.
And I was just like, everything eventually is going to be visual based.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep. 100%.
So let me just keep cranking these out because I like it. Plus, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's a video. Why not?
Exactly. You learn so much from even, the ones that you have archived, just watching them back and
Remember
learning
Pretty Brown
different
Eyes?
things. I remember Pretty Brown Eyes.
Tata shot that one.
Yep, you shot that.
Tata shot that one.
It was me, you, Meeks, and Tata. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
And that video has a lot of views on YouTube.
It does.
It has a lot of
And
views.
on Facebook.
On Facebook too?
It has its own separate amount of views. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like huge.
Which video was your favorite to make?
My favorite one, it would have to be Runaway Faith. Because without Runaway Faith, we wouldn't have Show and Tell.
Ooh, what you mean? What you talking about? Oh, by the way, we always sing Pretty Brown. Me and Claudia, we always sing Pretty Brown Eyes at the house. We be jamming.
Hey, shout out Claudio.
So how did Runaway Faith segue into this?
Well, we shot Runaway Faith. Shout out to Jordani. He put in so much work on that one. We put everything together. We actually spent like days scouting, planning, meeting. This was a real thing. And like we shot it like in 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Like crazy experience. And then I was like, you know what? We put in so much work. I'd be damned if I'm just going to upload this to YouTube.
Right.
And just be like, hey guys, watch it. Nah, let me like bring a couple of friends together just to watch it in person. Just something special. We did that. People showed up. It was mad cool. Tata came through. He invited more people. Then out of nowhere, people were just like, I really love your video. Can like I show a video too? I'm like, yeah, go
that's
ahead.
what's up.
Yeah, go ahead. Then Tata was like, yo, let me show 2 videos. And
Yeah.
people just kept showing stuff. Then Tata walked up to me and he was just like, "Yo, we should do this again next week." I'm like, "All right, let's do it." So we came back next week. We had no plan. We just like, yeah, let's just show videos and music to each other. And
That's
then
cute.
somebody, I think it was X or somebody, pulled out a microphone. Like, yeah, guys, let's talk on this microphone.
That's what's
And
up.
it just, as time went along, it just evolved into show and tell, all from that music video. And that's why it's my favorite, because the song is incredible, produced by Most Generous.
Hey.
And that was like a team effort because everybody just had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Everybody did. And it created this.
Yeah, and everybody's here now.
So,
That's a really interesting story.
yeah.
That's actually a question that I have for everybody collectively together, because everybody played a part in that one music video, and everybody.
Yes.
And if it wasn't for, making the music video or creating the music, it was showing up to be supportive for it.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of artists get discouraged because they feel like they don't have support.
Well, you have to have inner confidence first.
Yeah.
Confidence doesn't come from outside of you, no. Because you should feel the same whether people like it or don't like it.
That's right.
Because, that's who you are inside. So,
That's right.
number one, you got to have confidence. Because if you don't, you're not going to last long. Because people will chew you up.
They sure will.
Your shit's trash. Okay, so is your cooking. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like, just from knowing you and seeing you in different spaces and different arenas, you always come off as super confident. Even if it's a group of people in the room, you always walk up to them, introduce yourself. You never like for me, I'll say hey, but like I'm an extroverted introvert, period. Or is it the other way around?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Tata hates that term.
Here we go.
But I am like I could talk in whatever, but like I enjoy being by myself. I don't mind being around other people. I got the energy, I got the personality for it, but I enjoy being by myself. But I do consider myself to be confident. Where does your source of confidence come from? Like, what keeps you like, damn, like I can walk up to this person, or I can say hey, or even if it's just sitting by myself, I'm confident in sitting by myself. Where does that come from?
I feel like a piece of it is just God-given talent, God-given confidence. A second piece of it could be like when I was a kid, I was very much like to myself. I was the kid.
You're
where
not an
like,
only child, are you?
Nah.
Okay.
But like I was just somebody where like everyone's playing outside. I was kind of like just inside doing my own thing. So when you're just like by yourself, you're in your thoughts, you develop a sense of self.
Yes.
You're not caught up in like other people's personalities. Like you know who you are as a person. So like, I've always just kind of like had an idea of who I was. So I was never like looking for who am I? Where do I fit in? Like, no, I fit in right here.
Yeah.
Like, so
Right.
I just always had that. So I just feel like that's if that answered your question, I don't know.
It did.
It did? Cool.
Yep.
Word.
Confidence is God given.
Confidence is God given and other stuff.
Because people can see if you're confident or not. They can feel if you're confident or not. Do you consider yourself to be more religious or more spiritual?
Definitely more spiritual. I'm not with the idea of religion is just reminds me of like slavery. This guy I really really respect. I met him at church once like 2 years ago or a year ago. He said when you get into like spirituality and you find God or whatever, a lot of people like they throw away the baby with the bathwater.
They throw away the baby with the bathwater.
With the bathwater. And it kind of means where it's like when you give a baby a bath, you throw away the water, but you keep the baby. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, that kind of means where it's like you take the good stuff you want to keep, but you get rid of the bad stuff.
I see.
You know what I mean? And some people they lose everything. They lose all common sense in like everything. It's like, no, like don't do that. Just get rid of the bad stuff and keep the good stuff. Definitely the freedom to be, myself in the best way possible.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
What do you consider to be like, what is your source of spirituality, or what keeps you spiritually aligned and inspired?
I have no idea.
Because again, you work hard, and consistency, I cannot stress this enough, is literally one of the hardest things to maintain. Because it's one thing to make one music video.
Yeah.
But to maintain it, to keep doing it, to keep going.
Yeah.
Where does that drive come from?
Faith. Faith and understanding. Faith is like the idea of like believing in something that you can't see.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to work out. This is going to happen. That's going to happen.
Right.
Because I see it inside my mind first. I see it up here. Like,
you got the vision.
yeah, I have the vision.
The vision is everything.
And like, you got to have a vision with what you're doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's got to be faith. I believe in what I believe, and I keep on moving.
Yeah.
Either you're with it or you're with it.
I'm with it.
With it. Yes.
Do people consider you to be like, I'm gonna like, because I feel like you're kind of that person that everybody's goes to get the job done, or like, because you have that confidence, like you have that energy, people feel like they can trust you. Are you that one person that people are like, oh, I know that I can go to him to get A, B, and C done, or because you will get it done? Or do you want to, or do you consider yourself to kind of be like, you figure it out, I'll see you on the other side?
Just from experience, I'm usually like the person that like I want to help.
Yeah.
I do want to help. Like I do find like joy in helping people. I do.
Yeah.
However I can. If I can't, then sorry, but
Right. You're not a bullshitter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes I get stuck in like my word. Like I'll say something before I really think about it, but then after I say it, I'm like, oh, I gotta keep my word though. So
Yep.
But what was the question?
You answered it.
You're right.
That's actually kind of how I started to be an interviewer on the show. I remember I texted you. It was like early
That was
last
weird how that
year. It
happened.
was really, really, really weird. I was like, Shane, I'm gonna I was like, do you have a minute? Like, let's talk. I want to talk to you about doing a podcast. And I came to show up, and you were like, can you do this interview? And I didn't think
On the spot.
Like on the spot.
Like no preparation. Like you're lucky you're wearing your makeup that day.
Right. That I
You
was
know
just
what I
about to
mean?
say.
Like she had on this bomber jacket, fly outfit. I'm like, all right, perfect. Get it from the camera. It was like no prep, nothing. But that's funny. I like doing that to people sometimes
Why?
to see what you made of.
Yeah. Totally.
All right. You passed.
Totally.
You passed. All right, cool. Because like I gotta know whether I can rock with you or not. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's like your test.
Yeah, it's kind of like you know when you